Hola amigos, Joe here. Sorry, I had to scoot my chair. Joe here, and I'm here to talk to you about Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, this is my review. If you haven't seen it, go see it. That's how I'm going to start this review, honestly. As far as the movie itself, so the movie itself, I didn't really know much about the characters. I knew who Rocket Raccoon was. That was honestly it. Actually, today I went and I bought the comic, the actual, it's like not the one, the prelude. They made two comics. There's the actual storyline, that's the comic universe, that actually explains, I started reading it. In the comic that I have, it has no ties to the movie, it's the source material. It actually, in the beginning, it shows Star-Lord's dad. I'm not going to spoil it, not going to say anything. If you want to know who it is, Google it. So I started reading that. It's really interesting. Now there's another comic that ties to the movie. It's a prelude, and after the comic, it's movie, and then who knows what else. Sequel, actually. But okay, so let's break it down. Story. The story to this movie was just, I loved it. It went up, it went down. It basically took you on an emotional roller coaster. What else did I love? The soundtrack. The soundtrack to this movie was just amazing. James Gunn did a great job picking out these songs. And I actually looked, I was actually reading an interview and they were saying how, he was actually explaining how he chose the songs. He said he put together a playlist of about 500 songs from like the 70s and 80s. Then he whittled it down from 500 to 125. And then from 125 to the, I'm actually downloading the soundtrack right now, to the 12 that we heard in the movie. Which means all those other songs that weren't chosen will probably be Awesome Mix Volume 2, which is the soundtrack to the sequel, Guardians of the Galaxy, title not yet. So that I love the soundtrack. I love the feel of the movie. It felt like an old sci-fi movie. At least to me it did. I love the characters. Star-Lord, I will be cosplaying him. Star-Lord is awesome. Rocket Raccoon is hilarious. Drax, when I read the reviews that said that Drax had like the funniest lines in the movie, I didn't expect it until I went and saw the movie and walked out the movie quoting Drax like right off the bat. I'm not gonna say any of the quotes because I don't want to spoil anything. I'm trying to keep this spoil free. What else? I loved the post-credit scene. Now there's like 10 minutes worth of credits. Just please sit there. If you are familiar with a lot of Marvel characters, you will understand what is going on. Lots of Easter eggs, especially with the Collector in his little collection place in nowhere. Also, there, what else? They show, I don't want to say that. Trying to keep it spoil free. I might have to break into spoilers. So, like, at some point I'm going to say spoiler alert, and if you haven't seen the movie, you might have to stop the video and then come back after you've seen the movie. But it was just a really good movie. Now, to me, I said this earlier today, and somebody said, wow. I will probably say that this movie is better than The Avengers to me. Honestly, because, I mean, with The Avengers, we already knew kind of the plot. We knew all the characters. And with Guardians of the Galaxy, it's like, here's 5 people. We don't know any of these people, except for Rocket Raccoon, if you've played Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And let's make a story and see what happens. And Marvel really took a risk doing that. Now, I was excited when I saw the first trailer because Hooked on a Feeling, come on, that's the jam. Who doesn't jam out to that song? Groot, we are Groot. That's all I'm gonna say. We are Groot. And that's kind of it. So, like, spoilers. Now, I'm gonna give you a couple seconds. If you have not seen the movie, please close the window, browser, click back. Do not watch this portion of the video. I'll give you a couple seconds. I'll wait. Okay. Everybody gone? Okay, cool. We're cool. Spoilers. Spoilers from here on out. Spoilers. Okay. So, one thing that I thought was really interesting, and I actually got excited when I was watching the film, was when the collector was talking about the Infinity Stones. So, we already knew they were going to do the whole Infinity Gauntlet storyline from the books. But what I got excited about was when he did like his little hologram thing, and it showed the actual stones. Like, it showed the Tesseract, it showed the Aether from Thor, it showed the staff. Yeah, the staff that Loki had. And obviously it showed the stone, the purple stone from Guardians. But like, it actually showed what they were. Now, the way that they edited this, we couldn't exactly see what all the stones were, but I actually want to know what the rest of the stones are. I want to know what form they're going to take in the rest of the movies. Peter Quill's dad. I'm actually reading like the comic book. So the reason why, if you've seen the movie and you know that one of the Nova Corps members, his name slipped my mind right now. He calls Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord. He calls him Star Prince. And there's a reason for that. And also with Yandu at the end, where he's like, we were paid to bring him back to his dad. He's like, yeah, whatever. The reason why is because Peter actually is technically a Star-Lord. His dad, when they said you're half Terran and you're half ancient alien, and everybody was like, what? Like, how does that work? It's because his dad is actually a king on another planet. His dad's name is Jason of Spartax, or Jason of Sparta. Came down, I'm actually reading the book. Crash landed, met his mom, boom, bam, bam. Yay, Star-Lord. So actually, Peter Quill is of royalty, and he actually is Star Prince, Star-Lord. It's kind of all I got. Now, the post-credits scene, Howard the Duck, that was hilarious. Lots of lulls. Actually, Seth Green recorded that, and that means if they do a Howard the Duck movie, Seth Green will be voicing that. So I'm excited to see how all that plays out. Thanos. Seeing Josh Brolin as Thanos and do the voice, not once, but twice. Like seeing him on a projection screen and then seeing him actually in the flesh. Excited. I couldn't contain the squealing. I did not squeal in the theater, but in my head, I squealed. Lots of funny moments, metaphors. It's gonna go right over your head. Nothing goes over my head. I like the movie. I'm running on 9 minutes. I tried to keep it spoiler-free in the beginning, but if you've seen the movie, buy the soundtrack, because I love the soundtrack. I'm gonna play it while I'm traveling to Otakon. Links down in the doobly-doop-doop-doop. Yeah, it's Joe Cools signing off. And remember, it's not my circus, and those are not my monkeys. See ya.